Welcome everybody. This is not the episode. We're gonna do a sequel to episode 9 that we had this past Sunday, which was we talked about soul ties. So we decided that it was more to it that we should have touched on. So on this sequel, will be about relationships. So I give you a brief. Hold on one second. Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a brief description of what we talked about on the ninth episode, soul ties. We talked about soul ties, and the definition that we got was a strong, deeply felt emotion, also transmitted, imparted by a person to another person. And we got deep in that. You can check out episode 9 and get that. So on this sequel, we're gonna talk about relationships, and it also ties in with that definition of a soul tie. Uh, Welcome my cousin Mila Rose, Radiant Rose.
Hello.
And thank everybody for tuning in. We might start doing this, more often, do little sequels during the week, elaborate a little bit more on certain things. So yeah. Also, um, we just jump right into it. Yeah, we just jump right into it. So, today I'm gonna be like the co-host. I'm gonna allow Malice to really, cause I think it's important to have a female's point of view on this type of topic, and I'm just gonna ad lib off of her, and but I'm basically let her run this. So the floor is yours, my dear.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are enjoying your day so far and staying as cool as you can. If you're in the South, we burning up right now. We're burning up just a little bit. It's quite muggy. Um, but yes, we're going to talk it a little bit further about relationships and how it ties in with the topic that we just discussed on Sunday, as my cousin Siyon just let you all know of. Um, when it comes to relationships, it gets kind of murky. Relationships, it's a broad term, but it's also a general term also there as well. Um, a lot of people want to be in love, want to feel love, or just want to give love, or give the love that they have for themselves to other people. And there's definitely nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. However, we got to figure out how to give that out, how to receive it, how to recognize it, and accept it. I'll get even a bit more specific, particularly pertaining to when you're getting ready to start this relationship. You know, you go through the stages of, liking somebody, dating, and this, that, and the third. And what I've seen a lot of people do, male and female alike, but more so female more than men, is try to skip over quite a few of those steps because they see a few characteristics that they like. That like can get you messed up, stuck in situations that you may not particularly thought that you would ever be in or want to
So can I ask you a question? All right. So listen, what you just said. When you say they skip over, you say that they it's like what they like. Are you speaking on a physical standpoint?
be. Well, we can go with that one. Yes,
Okay.
it's one of them, and it's actually very important.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people in this day and age, as far as we're liking and dating is
Mm-hmm.
concerned, a lot of people are going for that outward appearance. They're going for the persona
Right.
that they see. They're not actually taking the time to actually get to know people.
Right. Right. Right.
They see the clothes, they
Mm-hmm.
see the cars, they
Mm-hmm.
see the physical attributes like muscles, chest, hips,
Right.
all that. And then they see financials.
Mm-hmm.
And then they think that that's enough, or that would be enough to sustain them. Now, if that is enough to sustain you, then by all means, keep doing what you're doing, and I wish you the best with it. But if it is not, and you find yourself in this loop or in this circle or in this cycle of how come every time it ends up like this or like this or like that, might have to go back into that beginning stage. How long have you known this person? what do you know of them other than what they've talked to you about in a couple of conversations? How's their family dynamic? What are their views? What are their goals in life? Like, you got to you got to ask all of those questions and get to know all of those things. And a lot of people skip all of that and jump straight into the big stuff like sex, or bringing them around the family, or introducing them as, like, they'll like them, spend a little bit of time with them, and immediately that's their man or that's their girlfriend.
And that plays off of soul tie, like I said, strong, deeply felt emotion.
But then that strong emotion's coming from one end and not
right,
it
right,
ain't
right, right.
shared. It's not shared. You have to find it if it's shared. That's the whole point of getting to know people.
Right.
You'll know yourself. Hey, I feel this way. I can see this and I can see that. But you have no way of knowing if that other person that you feel this way about feels that same way about you until you spend time with them, hang out with them, get to know them, see them in certain different atmospheres and things of that nature.
Yeah, I want to go back on the emotions, like deeply felt emotions. So emotions is basically feelings, and I gave a definition of feelings. I don't know if a lot of people even know the definition of feelings or fully understand it, but it's susceptibility to emotional response, opinion based on sentiment, opinion based, a cast of mind. Okay, you talk about a cast, that's like a group of something. In this case, your feelings is in your mind, so you're dealing with demons. Um, an opinion about a specific matter, view, a thought based on emotion instead of reason, which is truth. So that goes back to what she was saying. Like you're going off of that, off of them casts, off of them deep emotions and feelings that are not true. Because like she was saying, you skipping on the parts you see, the physical part, and what happens is these other sources, these demons are telling you, oh, this is the one, and look what he got. Everybody like him, or his family is rich, or all, like, you got so many different attributes you can go with this. And so what happens is you allow that to cloud the truth, which is getting to know this person. You know what I'm saying? Cause understanding, like, who this person is, and like, finding out, like, knowing they past, like, cause what happens is you getting broken people dealing with broken people, and nobody's feeling themselves because they're jumping from person to person to person. They're not taking the time to sit to themselves and isolate themselves to even deal with themselves. So they just keep jumping and jumping and jumping. So I just wanted to, like, throw that out there.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And that's back to what I was saying earlier, like how you may end up in a cycle or a pattern that you may not be too happy with. You may not be too happy with.
So what advice could you give to people as far as, like, the correct way to, like, when you meet somebody, or you want to get to know somebody more, or you might like somebody,
As
from a female's perspective.
From a female's perspective, now for the females, for the ladies, I have to say, I know it's a bit difficult to do, but you have to learn how to go with the flow and keep your emotions in check. In check.
Can you elaborate a little bit how to do that? So some people might not know how to do that.
And
yeah.
Let me use an instance. I'll even use an experience of my own, because this didn't happen overnight. Trust me.
Right. Yeah, none of this.
This did not happen overnight.
None of this is an overnight thing.
I was dealing with somebody for about 4 years on and off, and that particularly was how our dynamic was. Like, get clarity. That's the number one thing. Get clarity on what each person wants to do. If you get that from Jump Street, that will more than likely help you to decide how you want to move going forward. Now, I thought I got the clarity, and I did not, even though I asked. Now, there's a difference between someone who's being honest with you and then somebody who's just telling you what you want to hear because to get what they want. Now, get that clarity, and then once you get that clarity, you have to decide for you how to move after that. If a guy or a female is telling you, hey, I'm just trying to have fun right now, or I'm not really trying to be in a relationship right now, that kind of gives you the parameters of like, as of right now, like they're just meeting people. They're just meeting people. And that's okay. You can still be friends. You can still be cool and do whatever it is that you all do because everybody's grown and consenting adults. But you can't later on down the road say, okay, well, I don't like this anymore. I want something more with this person, or I want this, or I want that, and then try to make this person either do it. That's when those extra strong emotions start coming up. You start like having attitudes out of nowhere, like you can't explain them, and then because it's tricky, really. The main thing that I can really say that the best thing for you to do in that aspect of getting your emotions under control is understanding you, understanding what it is that you want, what it is that you're looking for, and then apply it to yourself. Not that other person, to yourself. Because at the end of the day, you can only control you, what you do, how you do it.
I agree, and I can even go a step further with that. Like you said, figure out what you want. Like this is a powerful tool to use when like doing this right here. It's like actually sit down and write it down. Write it down.
Journaling.
Journaling. Like just write down everything that you like that you want. Um, Write things about yourself, and that way you can actually see it. Because once you try to put it up here, it's gonna get distorted. Because you got so much interference that's gonna come in and distort the truth. You see what I'm saying? So write stuff down, log stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, and like, and then I'm gonna speak on a man's perspective. When men when you meet women, men and women have different. As far as feelings and emotion stuff is totally different. So, and I'm not talking all men, of course, you know what I'm saying, but I'm talking majority. When you meet a woman, be honest. I know, I mean, and that's the best way I say it. Like, if you just want to fuck, like, just be honest. Like,
You never know.
you
Nine
never know.
times
I
out of
mean,
10, she'll say,
I know,
yeah,
I know plenty of women that prefer just, you know what I'm saying?
just
Okay,
that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Some people are really focusing on themselves
Right,
and
right,
don't
right.
have the time or the energy to really give
Right.
that to somebody else.
But what's happening is these men are sitting here telling these women, I want to settle down,
Yeah, I want a
I
better
want a family, I
family.
want to do it and that. And these women they
They're
believe in
gonna
it.
they're gonna eat it
Yeah, they
up.
believe
They're
in it. You know
gonna
what I'm
eat it
saying?
up.
So then, after it go down, you like, well, I told you I ain't ready for no,
That's
bro.
not what you did.
You
That's
see what
not.
I'm saying? You got to understand. Women remember everything that you tell them. Now you might feel like you can say this today and switch it up tomorrow, but they're gonna remember what you said because that's what gravitate you to. You see what I'm saying?
And not only that, some don't say anything at all. They'll completely omit it or dance around it or try to like distract from telling it because a whole lot of people do know that they're gonna remember what's being said.
Right, right, right.
And then, well, if I don't say it or if I just kind of like talk around it in a little bit of circles, in case you can't ever say that I said this because I didn't say it.
Be honest, but also the ad what she said, be like speak plainly, speak clearly what you know what I'm saying, what you did. And like she said, sometimes like for guys they might say certain things to dance around what they really want. You know what I'm saying? So just because see what's happening is it's a lot of broken women out here because of what I'm talking about right here. And it's like so I experienced it like so much like especially since I've been out. Like there's a lot of broken women, and I know the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been deceived, but they're also allowing themselves to be deceived.
Exactly.
It's not nobody's fault. Like it's not the men's fault, and it's not all the women's fault. It's the
Right.
individual's fault. You know what I'm saying? Because this person is not. They're not dealing with themselves. They're just hopping from here to here to here, all like to basically distract themselves from them own selves. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm glad you said something about that because personal responsibility gets looked over a lot.
Right.
And it's like, I'm going to say it, it's like no one wants to accept their part
Mm-hmm.
and what they allowed
Mm-hmm.
to transpire. And it's like, yes, you can, feel how you feel towards the person who did the transgression against you. But at the same token, if you let it go and forgave it the first time and then they kept doing it again and again after that, like if you stayed or allowed it to happen or made it seem like it was okay, I mean, what do you expect them to do?
Right.
You let them know that this is okay, so they're going to keep doing it.
That's right. That's right. That's
You
right.
have to make a decision on what it is that you want to deal with, and
So, like the title of this sequel to episode 9 is relationships. All right. So I say this to say, learn and know how to have a relationship with yourself before you start, trying to, have these relationships with these people that you are just like kind of basically lusting over or just physically attracted to, because again, until you know yourself, you won't be able to love nobody else. You have to love yourself first. You have to respect yourself. You have to, honor yourself. And in order to be in a relationship, you must do those things to your other partner. See what I'm saying? So how are you going to do it to them if you can't do it to yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's a no-win situation, and that's why this world is so broken. That's why so many relationships are broken or toxic or just like disoriented because of people not dealing with themselves.
exactly.
So on that note, is there anything you want to add to this?
Yeah, just a couple more little tips here.
Yep. Go ahead.
On pretty much branch off of what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
You have to deal with yourself, like self-awareness, self-reflection. Again, I know we said this a lot, like figuring out what it is that you want for yourself and heal yourself. Because if you come out here looking for somebody else to heal you,
Good point.
it's not going to work. You could possibly end up in one of those Stockholm syndrome type situations, and that's not something that you want to kind of end up in a way that's also kind of selfish, because how can you expect someone to take on or heal what you have going on way before you met them? And you hey, rock out.
I get it. Go ahead.
Oh, but sorry. but you can't. Sorry, I got distracted. Lost my train of thought.
No, you said your thought. Hold on.
You can't have other people come and heal you because you could possibly end up in that Stockholm syndrome. Quiet down, sir. Anyway.
Live in nation.
But that's my train of thought. It could possibly end up in that Stockholm syndrome type of situation as to where you'll feel like you're indebted to this person. And that could possibly put a whole lot of pressure and stress on the person that you're trying to get to do this for you. It's a lot. And 9 times out of 10, they're probably going to bow out because it is a lot.
What you said too is funny because I actually seen that today. I seen this girl put a photo up. I guess she was coming out the gym, whatever, had a little tights on, blah blah. She in the caption she had like, she put her age and blah blah. Then she was like, who can heal me? And it's funny that you just said it. Like,
see,
like people expect other people to heal them, and that's impossible.
That's not gonna work.
You have to heal yourself.
She just created an ad.
Right.
Any and all manipulators to come and do just that.
Just that. That's right.
I mean, the biggest sign, and that's the biggest sign you could have made. A big advertisement sign that you ain't worth nothing. You finna put me through a whole bunch of different cycles for the fun of it. Come see me. That's what you just said. With that caption.
Yeah, with that caption. Yeah. So it was funny, like how you just said that. Like, people expect other people to heal them. Like they go to people expecting, like, if I get with this person, they can take everything away. No, they can't. They can't. It's gonna come back double. It's gonna come back just as worse, double. You see what I'm saying? Like you said, you gotta learn. You got to, and like you said, it doesn't happen overnight.
It doesn't.
It's a journey. It's a process, and it takes time. And even when you actually do get in a relationship with somebody, take time to know this person. Don't jump into it, off of your emotional feelings. Because again, I just gave the definition. It's off opinion based. It's not true. It's not real. It's not true. The only way you get the truth is when you know the inner person. You got to know that other person's inner person. You know what I'm saying? To know the truth. The outer appearance is it's nothing but a shell. But the inner person, that's the person you need to know. And the only way you can know the inner person is you have to really like y'all have to really have some conversations and deep conversations. You know what I'm saying? Not just surface stuff, but deep level conversation. Understand this person, how they grew up, or you know what I'm saying, their past, everything. You know, the relationships they was into before you. Like you got to really know this person. You got to know these people. You got to know these people.
What did the Temptations say? Beauty's only skin deep.
Skin deep. That's right. That's right. That's right. So yeah, you got any more on the ads?
For that one,
Pretty much. All right, y'all. Well, this is the sequel to episode 9, Soul Ties, Outside the Box with Seth. Also, mi gente, que onda mi gente, bienvenidos a Outside the Box con Siyon y gracias por el apoyo. So, yeah, y'all make sure y'all get to know yourself, have a relationship with yourself, heal yourself. And if anybody has any questions or any comments, you can comment on the video or you can hit me up on social media.
definitely. Same here. Any guys,
Give them your
if you guys have any
Instagram and all that.
anything else that you guys want us to touch on, or if you feel like we didn't touch on enough, or if you have something specific or in particular that you want us to touch on, or try to give a little bit more leeway on into, definitely. Like Siyon just said, you can comment on the video, comment on the live, Facebook. My Facebook here is Radiant Rose. I will be promoting the podcast there as well. So leave some comments there on the back. On Instagram, it's the same thing, Radiant Rose 00. So definitely, we will put it in and get it out there.
Yeah.
We'd love to interact with you guys.
Yeah. And like I said, we're gonna keep this going. So like, I encourage the feedback, comments, so we can keep this going. Like you know, what I'm saying we're gonna always do the episodes on Sunday, but we're gonna do like sequels during the week. So make sure you get the feedback, comment. Appreciate y'all, love y'all, peace.